want to get a perm today so I can have something easier to style where I can just wash and go. And I haven't had a perm in about 15 years because last time when I got one it got dried out and was too curly and very unmanageable for me. So I heard about this new perm and I really want to try it because it's supposed to make your hair feel better. Been flat ironing my hair for a really long time, and I have kids and it's getting ready to be summer, and I just really want to be able to have something to wash and get out the door quickly, and so I'm excited about getting it today. This is the amount of curl that I would like.
Point to the picture, this one.
This one.
Okay. Step one is to shampoo the hair with a deep cleansing shampoo that removes all buildup on the hair. If the hair is highlighted or damaged, we apply REZZ A RECT and work it through the shampooed hair. Still dripping wet before it's towel dried, I apply REZZ A RECT and work it throughout the hair on highlighted hair or hair that's been severely damaged. The REZZ A RECT works with the perm to repair the hair during the chemical process of the REZZ A RECT, of the perm. Okay, since we're going with a large natural looking curl, LaRee's hair is very thick. We're not going to put small rods on top, and we're not going to perm her bang because she wants to be able to flatten out her bang smooth. So we're going to leave her bang out, or either we'll put the roller there and not apply solution to it. We're going to use orange rods on the top so that she won't have a lot of height, because with all this thick hair, if we use too small a rod, she'll have too much height on top. And then we're going to use purple on the sides and throughout the rest of the hair. We're taking partings that are smaller than the rod. They're about 2/3 the size of the rod. That's because LaRee's hair is thicker than average. So we don't want too much hair on each rod, so the solution is easier to penetrate and easier to rinse. The hair is lifted at a 90-degree angle from the scalp as it's wrapped, so that the rod will rest on the part. Okay, why I noticed that on the top you're not wrapping with the basic setting, which that top section would be wrapped forward. You've wrapped to the side. Why? What have you done there?
Well, in a basic set, that gives you a lot of volume on top, but LaRee's hair is so thick that she doesn't need all that added volume. So we've gone with a curvature pattern setting just to kind of work with how she naturally parts her hair, and it'll provide her a better style because of how thick her hair is.
And it'll end up being more like the style in the picture,
yes,
which is to the side without a lot of volume, right?
Yes.
We apply this waving solution now to each rod one time as we move across the rod. At the end, after every rod has been saturated once, we start at the beginning and resaturate every rod exactly as we did the first time. We continue repeating this step until every rod is completely saturated and the solution begins to drip off. When the solution starts to drip, then we know that it is saturated all the way to the ends of the hair. If you went over each rod 4 times at a time, what would happen would be that the surface would become completely saturated, the product begins to run off, the ends have not, and the solution has not soaked down to the ends. Then you're going to get straighter ends. After LaRee's hair was processed with the waving solution for 15 minutes, we're thoroughly rinsing the hair in the shampoo bowl with very warm water, comfortably warm, not too hot. We'll rinse for probably 8 minutes, and then we'll air neutralize.
We air neutralize for 5 minutes under medium heat. We do this to ensure the ends are able to absorb the neutralizer as well as the surface. When blotting the hair, this causes the surface to be able to absorb the neutralizer, but the ends would not absorb the neutralizer because it would still be saturated.
Now we're applying the neutralizer in the same method with which we applied the wave-in solution. We're going over each rod individually just only one time, moving across each rod one time. And then when we finish going over every single rod, we start at the beginning again, go over each rod one time. We continue to do that until the solution begins to drip off, which means that it's totally saturated from the surface to the ends of the hair. After the perm neutralizes for 5 minutes, we take it down, and now we're going to rinse thoroughly with just tepid water, warm water, not hot water.
It feels good. It smells great. I don't think my husband will be running away from bed tonight and can sleep next to me with the pillow.
Can you remember what your other perms smell like?
Oh, horrible. Like rotten eggs. This smells like black licorice and flowers or something.
Well, can you remember what your other perm felt like when it was wet?
Dry. It was hard to comb through. It felt like I was ripping my hair out.
How does this one feel?
It feels soft and it's easy to comb through.
Comb through and let's see how easy it is to comb through. Would you say that's a big difference than other perms that you've had?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see how easy the comb's moving through. Normally it gets stuck in there.
The comb seems to be gliding through. Now we did add a little bit of REZZ A RECT to it to use as a styling aid. So we're going to leave the REZZ A RECT in it. The REZZ A RECT is not a detangler though.
No.
The REZZ A RECT does not make hair easier to comb. The REZZ A RECT we're using in it just to give more control to a brand new perm, to take away that brand new perm soft, super soft feel, because there are conditioners in the neutralizer.